Yeah, first of all, good morning, everyone. So today is our first session. So just today we'll discuss about the some introduction only. Okay. So introduction about the SAP and versions. So we'll discuss about the some history. Okay. So SAP basis. We are going to discuss about the first SAP. Then after that, then we will discuss about the database. Right. Then so HANA-DB administration we will discuss. So first SAP, then HANA-DB administration. So these are the sequence. So we are following. Okay. Same sequence we will follow for this batch itself as well. Okay. So as part of the SAP, okay, SAP means, so yesterday we discussed about the SAP means system applications and product in business data processing. In your business, if you want to process your data, then we need a one system, one application, one product. That is called the ERP product application, one SAP application, one system you required to process your data, either any data in the banking sector, either in the finance sector, in the real-time sector. So definitely you need a one application, right? We want to process in our banking applications, suppose like this front-end IRCTC application, right? So then when you are going to the bank, you have the banking applications. So all these applications, so few applications will run on the SAP only. It will connect to the SAP. It will store the data. So then it will give the response back to the users, and they can save the data. They can do the some adjustment. They can do the transactions regarding my phone pay apps, Google Pay apps, Paytms. So something like this is the apps. These are the apps. Same SAP also one application. Okay, same SAP also one application. So application means we will get the front end GUI, then we can log in, then there we can do the some transactions and everything. We can do that one. That is what users also, end users also will do the same thing here, right? That is a SAP application. It's not the database. It's not the operating system. It's not the network. SAP is an one application product. It is derived from the ERP. We have many applications, not only in the world, not only one applications. We have many applications are there. So in that, SAP is the one of the application, and it's of the top growing. So all customers are nowadays they are migrating their old legacy to SAP, or they're directly building the new installations, new implementations on the SAP. New implementations in the sense like new build, a greenfield installation. That is called the greenfield installation, the technical word. So SAP. Okay. So in that, so in the SAP, we have number of modules are there. SAP means it's not only one word. SAP, as I discussed yesterday, SAP, we have ECC. SAP, normally our SAP architecture like, so it's like R3 architecture, R3 architecture, R3 architecture means, so real time, so three-tier architecture, real time, so three-tier architecture, so three-tier architecture, so which means, so we have the three tiers. Suppose example, so we have presentation layer. This is the presentation layer or presentation tier. Then we have application tier, right? Then we have database tier. So these are the SAP. We have three-tier architecture. SAP is the three-tier architecture. Nowadays, we all are using. So previously in 1972, 75, 79, so we have, so one tier architecture, tier 1, tier 2, R1, R2, now R3. This is the architecture we are following, R3 architecture now. So this is called the presentation layer, which means where we have the GUI or SAP login pad available. So this is our SAP application, and this is our database. So SAP will depend on the database. SAP will depend on the database. So that's the reason first we will discuss about the SAP, then after that database related topics. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the this part, SAP part. In the application layer part, we are going to discuss about. Okay. This part we are discussing. This is our GUI. This is GUI means our front end. Front end means so our laptops, browsers, So this is our GUI, graphical user interface. This is our user interface. Okay, UI. This is our user interface. From here, we will connect to the application, right? From your browser, you will connect to the maybe IRCTC application, maybe Redbus application. From here, you will connect to the one of the site, one of the application. You will connect it. From there, you will log in. From there, after you log in, you will do your transactions, whatever you want. You can do that one. That is what nowadays. That is the sequence we are following for the all SAP, not only SAP, for other applications as well, right? In banking sector, you will log in. You will launch the banking. So you will suppose the example. You will launch the IRCTC application. Then you will log in. You will open the train ticketing system. Then you will book the ticket. The data will be stored into the here. Then it will pull the data. It will book the transaction. So those things will happen. The transactions will happen. The steps will happen. Those are the dialogue steps will happen from SAP side, right? So those are the things will happen here. So that is the concept of the presentation layer, application layer, and the database layer. So we are discussing about the now this layer, application layer we are discussing. Just it is the application. So, and we are the basis consultants. We are the basis consultants in the sense like just we are the technical world, technical people, which means we are not going to write the coding. We are not going to do the functional scenarios and everything. Just a technical word. Just technical word means so configurations, installations, so like space adding. So if any issues occurs, we need to fix it, stopping the SAP systems, starting the SAP systems, performing the maintenance activities, support level activities, all kind of work we will perform here as part of our day-to-day regular work. Okay, this is our regular work. Okay, coming to the SAP. So as I discussed, so SAP, so it's not only one application. So depends upon your business, So you can use it like SAP ECC. It's if it is the real-time business, you can use SAP ECC is the one of the product. SAP ECC is the one of the product. In every organization, they will use the SAP ECC. Every organization they will use the why because so here all real-time transactions will happen. Real-time transactions means now itself if you do the one transaction, that is ECC in the enterprise core component. That abbreviation of the ECC is enterprise core component. That is the abbreviation of the ECC. So here all the all the transactions will happen. Here all the transactions will happen. This is called the transactional system. Normally, then the ECC we will call it as the transactional system. So, and also we have the BW, one of the product. This is the warehouse, business warehouse product. Here analytical system. This is called the analytical system. So analytical data means historical data will be saved here. So in Amazon, now you did the one transaction. In Amazon, you did the one transaction. You opened the Amazon application. You did the one transaction. That is the live transaction. You did it. You booked the order. So if the order is old, maybe 1 week old, 10 days old, the order is old, that data will be moved to the BW system. Why? Because this is the analytical system, historical system. The historical data will be saved into the BW system. So transactional data here it will be stored. I think in your graduation time, you learned about the OLTP and OLAP, right? OLTP and OLAP. So online transactional processing, online analytical processing, right? Analytical system. What is analytical system means? So you can tell SAP BW is the one of the product. SAP ECC is the one of the product. All these products comes from SAP only. SAP comes from ERP. So ERP, SAP, under the SAP, we have these are the products are available. Not only these two, we have n number of like, so we have S4 HANA also available. S4 HANA, simplified 4th generation business suite, which means the next version of ECC is next version of advanced version is the S4 HANA. So the both are in the transactional systems only, but we have the lot of systems. ECC we can install on the any database, but S4HANA we can only be installed on the HANA database only, HANA only. Why? Because it's the HANA product, it's the SAP product. So database also SAP product. So and application also SAP product. Previously, SAP business is only application business. Okay. So database, we can use it like Oracle or SQL Server, DB2, MaxDB, Sybase. So whatever the databases we have in the market, we can use it. Any database, we can use it. So why? Because these are the non-SAP products. But recently, SAP, not recently, maybe 10 years back or nowadays, it's very popular for the HANA database. They have implemented, they have released the database as well. They have released the database as well. That database is called the HANA database. They have released the one database. The database is called the HANA database. So that's why. So the ECC we can install any database. BW we can install any database. So other products also we can install on any database, but only S4 HANA we can install only on the HANA database. Okay, so that is the HANA database. So like that we have SAP other business suite systems like that we have SAP Fiori, then SAP. Then we have the SAP Fiori also, the front end apps-based concept. We have apps-based concept. Apps-based concept means nowadays in the mobile, we have the app, right? Same as like we have the Fiori homepage, there are the multiple apps. So we can also use the apps to do our transactions and everything. Previously, we used to do the sites. So log into the site and we will do all the transactions and everything, right? Nowadays, apps-based concept. In a mobile phone itself, you are able to access all the Fiori apps and you can do the transactions itself. So because it's the new user experience, it's growing. The IT world is very growing, right? So that's the reason the way of working style, the technology also getting changed, right? So not only the Fiori, not only S4HANA, BW, we have MI server and SAP ME missionaries. In the shift management side, they will use it. Then SAP APO, then something like that. SAP, so bots, this is also SAP product. Then SAP solution manager. So like that SAP, we have a number of, if we talk about, yeah, the number of modules are there. So like that other business suite system like SAP CRM, sales relationship management, SAP SRM. So the sales relationship management and customer relationship management, we have the and SAP ERP that we are discussing now. These are the many number of business suite systems are available in the market. So under the ERP, so we have all these products are available. Not we have many, but most frequent used products are SAP ECC or S4HANA, SAP BW, MI servers, ME, APO, bots, CRM, SRM. So like that portal, SAP portal in the ATM front end missions, they will use the SAP portals and SAP PO. So it's a process orchestration, one of the interface system. Suppose if you want to process your transactions from one server to another server to one server, then this PO will help. Portal in the front end machines, the ATM, you have the front end machines, right? Front end portal, front end screens, all these are the portal screens only. The solution manager, it will monitor the all systems. So APO, the planning optimizer in your machines, in missionaries, they will use the APO systems to plan your products and everything. So it's the shift management side, they will use this one. So depends upon your business, depends upon usage, they will start using all these products and everything. You need to install all separately on the separate operating systems. You need to install it, not all in one system. So separately you have to install it. So ECC, BW. So it's common. Everyone they will use it. ECC, BW. The small business also they will use the most frequented products like SAP ECC, BW, like APO, maybe bots, like analytical purpose. So DS, like solution manager, portal, PO, all they will use it. So depends upon the situation. They will also use the SAP MIA servers and ME and Fiori and S4HANA. So if they have ECC, they won't use the S4HANA. If they don't have ECC, they will use the S4HANA systems. So why? Because nowadays all customers, they are migrating to the S4HANA. This is the different business suite, means fourth generation simplified business suits. Okay, this is about the small introduction about the SAP products and everything, what we are going to discuss. Then what next we are going to discuss about here. Here we will discuss about the DB like HANA DB. Here we will discuss about the either ECC or S4HANA. We can discuss it. Not a problem. Either any one of the product we can discuss it. Why? Because our basis skills, our basis tasks, the day-to-day tasks are common in any one of the systems. It's common in the all the systems, not any. So it's common in all systems, all technologies. These are the technologies. These are the products from SAP. So we will use it. Suppose products means, I will tell you simple example. Suppose if you take the Unilever products, Unilever soaps, Unilever maybe different Unilever some other groceries. So Unilever different products are there, right? Same as like here also. Unilever only one brand, but they are not only so releasing only one soaps products. They are not only releasing the toothpaste. They are not only releasing the brushes. They are in the all products they are releasing. Whatever the humans require, they are releasing the all the products, right? Same as like here SAP also, it's not only one SAP word, it's not only one product. So it's the multiple products they are using. So in every organization, there definitely they will use the multiple products. So we need to get familiarized, and our basis tasks are common in everywhere. Our basis tasks, our basis skills are common in everywhere. So if anyone asks interview questions or do you have experience in the BWS? I have the experience in the BW Fiori. Yes. Why? Because our tasks are common. Client creation, installations, implementations. So our tasks are common. So underlying, so bottom line, so there is small difference are there. That difference also we can discuss, not a problem. But the majority of the basis tasks are common in all the systems. All the products or basis tasks are common system. Okay. So that's we can take a note. Okay. Now let's talk about the versions. Okay, let's today just to talk about the versions only. So why? Because now we are going to discuss about the ECC or S4HANA. We'll discuss about the ECC versions. What is the current versions here? Why? Because the versions are very important. Here we have the experienced guys here. We know we have the experience, not the fresher. Fresher means they only the current scenario, current situation, they should require about the knowledge. Why? Because here we have some experienced professional guys are available here. So that we should know some experience about the some ECC. So it means some versions history we should know. Okay. So here we have SAP ECC. We have 5.0 initially it is available. Initially we have the 4.7, 4.6. So 4.7, then 4.7 EE. So are available. Okay. So those are available. But SAP ECC, we'll discuss about the starting from the SAP ECC 5.0. Then after that, they have released in the next year, they have released the 5.6.0, they have released it, right? So they have released all these versions. Maybe they won't go, they're not going to ask in the interview questions when they have released it, what is the version, what is the year. So what is the year and everything, they are not going to ask. Just for your information purpose. So your information purpose, I'm explaining about all these things. Okay. Your information purpose. So I'm going to discuss about all these versions and so everything, right? So this is the thing. So let me if I talk about suppose if you want so more details about the versions, so that is also I will discuss now. Okay. So initially before the 5.0, maybe tomorrow someone will point, sir, before ECC 5.0 we have other versions as well, why we have not discussed, right? That is what I will get sometime. So the first one, SAP R1, real-time R1 architecture. That is the in 1972. So in 1972, they have released this product, SAP R1 product. Then after that, SAP R2 product, real-time two-tier architecture. That is, if I remember correctly, 1979. Yes, right, 1979. Then R3. So R3 they have released it. In R3 also we have so 4.3, 4.5, 4.6. So like that they have the versions. So maybe I will ignore all these things. Why? Because R3, 4.1, 5, and then we can discuss about the one of the important version is called the so 4.7, SAP 7, 4.7 version, which is released in the 2003. Why? Because maybe in 72, 79, 80, 90, we are not born, right? So that's why I'm not going to explain just initial version. From 2003 onwards, we know, we are much aware of the IT, and so we are in the schooling days or in the college days, we know, we are aware of all these things. So that's why I'm starting with the 2003, and also the successful version is the R3 and 4.7. Then after that, so they have released the SAP ECC 5.0, and that is in the 2004. They have released it. They have released it in the 2004. Then after that, in the ECC 6.0, ECC means Enterprise Core Component. So that is released in the 2005. Okay, 2003, 2004, 2005. Then after that, so they have not released the any ECC 6.0 and EHP1. So they have not released the 7.0 everything. So they have released the enhancement packages. Instead of releasing this 5.0, 6.0, 7.0, 8.0, 9.0, then they have stopped the changing the versions. Then they have named it as they have released the only enhancements. What are the new things? Actually, why they will release the new versions? Why nowadays every week we will get the updates, apps updates? Why we will get the app updates in mobile phones or laptops? Why? Anyone can explain or can give us some information? Normally,
So because of the debugging testing, so the processor may be getting slow, right?
yeah.
Because the processor may be like debugging and like I mean, sorry, troubleshootings and everything, right?
Yeah.
So they have
Enhance.
Subjects like that.
Yeah, that's correct. Like that's everything correct. So why means, if I tell the one simple sentence, new futures, fixing the existing bugs, right? New futures, new things. He got the new thought that got not released in the this version. Then immediately they will release the new version. They will change that version name to something like E1 or E2, something like version 1, version 2. They will change it, right? So that's correct. Like, so in existing words, so we are not sure the bugs and issues and everything. That issues and everything, he will fix it. Then he will release in the next version. He will release it. Okay, so that EHP1, that is in the 2006, they have released, I think December, I guess. Yeah. So then SAP ECC 6.0, then EHP2, they have released it. So EHP2, they have released it, which means enhancement package. Why they have released the EHP2 means they have some issues with the existing versions. They have some issues. Then they have fixed the division and a new functionalities they have released in the 2007. So year once they are releasing the new versions, they have released it. But up to 2, that is fine. Then EHP3, EHP4, EHP5, 7. Then finally they have released the EHP5 in EHP5. Why? Because those the in middle EHP 6.0 also they have released it, EHP3. Then EHP4 also they have released it separately. Then after that, SAP ECC 6.0, then EHP5 also they have released it. Like that, EHP5. So EHP5 they have released in the 2010, 8, 9, 10, right? EHP3 in the 8, 9, and 10, they have released the EHP5 2010. So just for your reference purpose, I am telling, but it's not like that. You need to remember all those things and everything. Why? Because it's not required. It's not required. Then EHP6, they have released in the 2012. They have released it, EHP6. So then SAP ECC 6.0, then EHP7, they have released in the next year only. Yeah, here we have the 1 year gap. Then after that, every year they have started releasing it. Yes, right. Here is the gap actually. So then ECC 6.0, EHP8 is the last version. EHP8 is the last version in EHP7, then EHP8 is the last version they have released it. So then this is the currently usage. So we are using in ECC. We are using in ECC. So this is the final version. Then they have stopped releasing the EHP 9, EHP 10, EHP 11 like that. Then immediately they have released the S4 HANA. As I told you, right? The next version of the ECC is called the S4 HANA. The next version of the ECC is called the S4 HANA. So this is the third generation business suite, R3, third generation business suite. This is the fourth generation business suite. Simplified fourth generation. So business suite, simplified fourth generation business suite. So R next letter S, third 3, next letter 4. That's the reason. So it's the S4 architecture. Now S4 HANA, they have started releasing in the maybe S4 HANA, the first version in 2015. Yes, February. So they have started releasing. So they have started releasing the 2015 February. They have started releasing the, so this one EHP. So 2015 in S4 HANA. So the ECC, either some few customers are, few business are in the ECC systems only. Few customers, they are in the S4 HANA. Few customers, they are migrating from ECC to S4 HANA. So few customers, they are migrating. Why? Because SAP made a one comment. The customers who are in the SAP ECC 6.0, EHP, ECC versions, you should migrate to the S4 HANA systems. They are not going to support this ECC versions in the future, in the next to 2025 or 2026. They are not going 2010, I guess. They have extended. So they are not going to support these versions. So that's the reason all customers are, they are migrating to the S4 HANA. They are going to conversion to the S4 HANA versions. Right? S4 HANA versions, they are migrating to the S4 HANA versions and everything. They are migrating it. Okay. So got it? Any questions from anyone here? Any questions from anyone regarding the versions? So just you can remember the EHP 8 currently we are having. This word you need to remember. And S4 HANA is the latest version of the in the SAP ECC, the transactional system. So the next version for the ECC is the S4 HANA. No questions, then I can just go ahead with the other different versions as well. I will quickly finish it. I will not eat your time, like why? Because these are the not required actually. Some people it's required history. Why? Because here the few other experienced guys, it's required for experience as well. You should aware of what are the versions and history and everything. So we discussed about the ECC. So and the S4 HANA versions we have not discussed, that we will discuss. And also few versions we will discuss about the, so some of the versions, like we will discuss about the some of the versions, like so NetWeaver versions, SAP NetWeaver also. It means that NetWeaver product we will use it in the BW and portal systems and PO. We will use all these product NetWeaver products. NetWeaver. Let me write it here. Okay. SAP NetWeaver versions. So currently, initially they have released SAP NW 7.0. Then, so I'm not going to discuss about the versions. So 7.0 EHP 1, they have released it, SAP NetWeaver and 7. So then EHP 2, 7.0, EHP 2, then SAP NetWeaver 7.0. Then EHP 3 versions, they have released it. Then SAP NetWeaver 7.1. Then SAP NetWeaver 7.1 EHP 1. Then SAP NetWeaver and 7.2. And SAP, it's not very successful version, NetWeaver 7.2. Then 7.3 is a very successful version. Then SAP NetWeaver 7.31. So 7.31 means 7.3 EHP1. Okay, 1 means here, 7.32 means EHP2. So like that, we will call it as the 7.2, 7.3. And SAP NetWeaver 7.4. Then SAP NetWeaver 7.5. This is a very, very, very successful versions. successful versions. For more customers are in this version only. So after that, when the S4HANA comes, so they have changed it like as above 7.51, then as above 7.52, then like that they have started releasing the, so the NetWeaver versions, they have changed it to the this one as above platform, then 1809, then above platform 1909, 2020, 2021, 2022, like that they have started releasing the versions and everything, right? Initially they have started like 7.0, the first version, then 7.0, then 7.1, then 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, 7.5. Few customers still on the 7.5. Those customers who are on the ECC, BW, not the latest version, S4HANA, if they are customers in the S4HANA, then they are in the this NetWeaver versions. They are not in the S4HANA, they are in the ECC, then most of the customers are in the 7.5. Why? Because these versions are not supported by SAP. These versions are not supported by SAP. Only from here onwards, SAP is going to support it. SAP is going to support it. So you can just remember the 7.5 and remaining version, just you can take a note of this one. Okay, SAP, take a note of this, all these versions, you can take a note of this, all these versions and everything. Okay, so let's talk about, okay, so let's talk about the other versions as well, okay. So S4HANA, so 2023 is the latest version. Before that, 2022, 2021, 2022, 2023, then 2020. So like that versions are there. So 1909, 1809, so versions are there. Same as like here, so we have NetWeaver versions we discussed, and Fiori versions, SAP UI5 versions, and all the versions are there here. All the versions are there here. So now let's concentrate only on the, so our ECC or S4HANA. Why? Because remaining we will come. So remaining also we'll discuss, but our, as I told you, right, our activities are common in all. Our activities are common in the all the products and all the systems. Our activities are common, right? So these are the things. And so let's talk about what we required in SAP to install. So now we discussed about the versions, which versions we have to download it, and what versions, what we are going to discuss about. Now we know. Now let's talk about what we required to install the SAP application, what we required. So let's discuss about the software and hardware requirements. Maybe I will pause it here. Will connect tomorrow. Why? Because today is the first class. We keep on going discussing, then you will get confused about the this versions. You will not digest all these technical terms and everything. So for today, you can just, that's enough. Either 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes, that's enough for today. Then tomorrow we'll discuss about the little bit more, and day after tomorrow a little bit more. Like that, we can start discussing. That is fine.